There they are in the game. We shall now spectate their game. Polania Engineering, Nordic Mechanical, and uh, Tagawa Innovative. Okay, let me just move to this description up just a touch. Right there. Okay, so that we can see the player's actions. There. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Right. Polania to make the first move is Prince Ali right here. There are some nice openings by Polania Engineering, but it looks like a trade for 2 metal to get a quick mech out is kind of the standard for Polania Engineering, as you just see here. Right. Tagawa Innovative. Okay, actually first let's look at Nordic Mechanical right here. Moving the character out. So if I'm guessing right, oh, I was just gonna say maybe the worker moves to the tundra, you know. Out here can be a really quick aggressive attack to both opponents, but might be scary against Polania out with the max quick. All right, so here we have Foam off as Togawa. Be curious to see what sort of experiments he has up his sleeves. Doesn't seem like there's any for now, so just the usual produce and 2 trade to upgrade is what it's looking like. Pretty decent, yeah. Okay, so with this is confirming to me that Polania is looking to deploy a quick submerge on the village and then putting it on the lake. Because if you're in the lake, you're within sights of everybody as soon as speed comes out. Okay, so Tagawa doing the enlist upgrade, just as we can see here, I think is, yeah, this is pretty much the openings that you would make as Tagawa, right? I don't think there's anything else. Okay. So here we have Nordic going for Rusvit's village. So maybe staying out of Polania's mechs to kick the workers there is what I think it is, which I think is a good idea. A worker and 2 resources I think is very nice right here for Nordic. But let's see here. You're as Nordic. You can keep tier 2. You can keep tier 2 in your shoes. Right. Still thinking is what it is. So the build bonus here is just next to the lakes. You do get a little bit of a bonus here. But I think the worker is more handy. And getting your max out pretty quickly is going to be just as good. So the 2 resources I think would be, I was going to say metal, but I kind of missed that he already had there. So looking like an upgrade, trading for 2 metal is what it's looking like. Doesn't seem like Nordic will get a quick enlist, but it does need to get the max out. Maybe upgrading the bolster here to the metal. Okay. Togawa producing again, looking like a move next by Togawa. And it's probably going to put the workers in the farm, and then, yeah. Oh, got my dog coming into me as well. Okay, so what does Togawa get? Oh, Polania gets a mech out of the encounter. Yep, this may hit hard for Togawa. Togawa, so I don't think has any time to just continue this upgrade. So Togawa needs to be fast. That mech is gonna help speed up Polania a bunch. Doesn't seem like Nordic is a target with the bolster coming up. Nordic's looking to upgrade right now. So here is Nordic's mat, probably an upgrade of some, yeah, metal, correct. And then having to upgrade maybe the bolster, not the move. Okay, so it did upgrade the move, but it does cover the bolster. Okay, cover the deploy is what I meant to say. Yes, good idea. All right, so Tagawa moving and having to open one enlist now real quick. The issue is what's gonna happen if uh Polania attacks here. So I think placing a trap right there is pretty wise for Togawa. Very nice. Very excellent. Okay. Next up. Oh wait, what game number are they? They're game 8. Uh yeah, okay. All right. So Togawa now thinking of what to enlist here. If I were to say I probably think the deploy, the coin enlist, because I think we're all about to get the coins here. Like, Nordic's ready to deploy and or so he opened the combat card enlist. I think it's also alright, because considering that Polania's about to move. So it needs the power to defend against Polania. I'm pretty sure that mech was definitely not something that Fomov really wants to see. Yeah, it could really mess with his game right there. Early max out as Polania engineering is just almost too awesome to have. So what's next? We have Nordic, possibly looking to deploy. So paid one coin to get one combat card. I think it's a wise option. But I was thinking that if you're going to upgrade anything, then you want to upgrade your power or your combat card, depending on what you're going to get more out of it. Looking at a produce next turn, this is probably this could probably go, but I don't know if it's even that worth it. You kick this out and then it comes out not too long. But the question still remains that it's going to be difficult to get the worker star if this does get kicked. Well, Polania has many options right here. But okay, so now it's moving. It's going to the factory, getting an enlist. Now we'll see. Maybe this mech might go in a lake. Yeah, as I was saying, to cover Nordic. It moved first before I was going to say that. Okay. Mm, oh, sorry. Right. So what Polania probably would like to see in the factory is either an enlist or a mech FC. But at the same time, you don't really have a lot of popularity and coins because of your quick deploying of your mech out. So looking like any factory card that you take that would get you a mech or an enlist would, make you either broke or not popular. And in this case, it's an enlist, which is good. But at the least you get power, right? So let's go to Polania's math here. Does get power from the factory card. So this is good. But I think the issue is now that the bids are pretty huge. Okay, machine over muscle turned in. The bid as Polania Engineering is pretty huge. Has to cover 7 of Togawa and 9 of Nordic. If looking at the score right now, though, okay, it's fine, right? You rule the 7 Cs. You're controlling 2 lakes right now, so that's +4. But yeah, it has to be quick. Okay, Togawa making the right choice here to move and not give Polania this encounter. No Ronin as well is going to be pretty difficult here for Togawa, so it has to place the traps quite wisely, and it looks like Togawa just got the jackpot by being able to defend. Getting 2 power and 2 combat cards is what it's looking like. At the same time, you can also look at the option 3 to deploy a mech, getting out Ronin. If you do option 3, then at the very least, Polania does not attack you. It, I think option 3 might just actually be the way to go. But what did he get there? He got the first option. Oh, okay. So I suppose he's trying to go for tier 2. I'm not too sure if this is the right play. It is risky though, leaving these workers, but I mean, I don't think if this is even worth it though. Like maybe this mech can go here and kick some workers down, but with no Ronin as well, if you had opened Ronin, I think it would have been okay. And here is Polania with looking like 3 resources because it has no mech. And down to 0 coins. So he has 2 popularity and now just drops to 0 coins. Has to choose wisely. Looking like some metal, I think. You're going to produce next. And you have to be looking at getting your max out pretty quick. The question is how much would you want to use? Okay, so producing to upgrade, I think is also a very nice idea by Polania. Nordic with some power now, ready to make a move. I think it's looking like what is deploying here? Seaworthy or artillery or Riverwalk. Hmm, good options, but maybe you deploy artillery first, right? Even if you do go in here in this turn as Nordic, not sure if it's gonna be beneficial though. Could be. Hmm. Okay, artillery it is. So yeah, I was thinking also artillery too, because I don't think that Nordic is really in any rush to get to the factory. So I think this was good play. Oh, sorry. There. Um Okay, there we are. Next, Togawa. No workers can be kicked, but uh, it should really look at getting a mech out at least now. Togawa with no mechs is gonna really hurt. You know, Ronin is kind of Togawa's greatest strength, so it has to quickly out and get some mechs. Question is how? He needs 3 metal for at least one, as you can see here. Okay, still not focused on the mechs yet, is looking like what it is. Upgrading a mech, I would think. You gotta get your deploys out. You produce, and then you get the required food that you need, and then yeah, this is what I think is right. So it's looking like a produce next by Togawa, and then a move to the enlist. Not looking very, not looking very dicey here for Togawa. So okay, so produce to upgrade, and then produce to 4 workers. Gonna get seaworthy out next, so I think Polania may have to start watching out pretty soon for some combats from Nordic. At the same time, I think Polania can also end the game pretty quickly, given that he has access to getting the max. All right, goes to the encounter. This one worker probably has to go somewhere, I think, right? You may maybe move one worker here to produce the required, what do you call this, the required food to get your last enlist. You probably get one of the enlists from your factory card as Polania, and then you get the last one to the bottom row action. I think Polania may be debating on whether to attack Nordic or not right here. You know, Nordic does have artillery, so it could be a little dangerous. But you bring 2 units and then they send both units home, I don't think it's worth it. Nordic Bolsters gets the next power. Open seaworthy ready for factory. And if you're going to spend one move to block it, I think it's kind of redundant. You give Togawa some chances to come back and fight. Okay, so does move one worker there. But does he not have an upgrade there? I thought he had a move upgrade, right? Yeah, he could have moved more. Anyway, so here's Togawa's encounter. It's looking like the first and the second, yeah. He got the metal he needed to deploy his mechs right there, so that's a pretty good option there. Nordic looking to bolster and deploy next here. Yeah, sorry. Okay, there we go. All right, so it seems like he just deployed, and he deployed seaworthy. Okay, this is good for, yeah, this is definitely good for Nordic. Seems like it's ready to play. Okay, so out it goes. And did he upgraded the produce? No, he did not. He upgraded his trade, it looks like. So maybe sensing that he needs tier 2 up in his thing. Does he have? the popularity analyst that he deployed? No, so tier 2 is still insights. However, next I think is looking like a produce out of Tagawa. So I think this is nice. So what I think is ideal for Palanya is to try and end the game quite quickly. Right. Okay, so producing is Volmov. Ronin. This is good. So ready to move next. Probably looking to move to the village right here, and this mech is probably gonna go to the mountain. If you can get a produce upgrade somewhere, then that would be really excellent. And here goes Polania. Taking 2 and artillery. So really hitting hard on Nordic. I think Nordic has to win this. Really no other option, right? You're probably gonna throw down your you're gonna throw down your combat cards and then if Nordic loses this, then it's gonna be difficult to come back. So Polania could be looking like it's bluffing, or it may not look like it's bluffing. Oh no, Nordic. You cannot let you cannot let Polania win right there. I think Tagawa may have to now really hurry up. Okay, you gotta move now, Tagawa. All right. So now Nordic moves, but yeah. I really think that Nordic should have won that combat. Because now I think Polania can get him quite easy from Nordic, even though the artillery, yeah. Okay, what do we have here? Hmm. There, see? I think this is GG's to Polania. Making sure it does cover the bid. So yeah, as I was saying, like I really didn't think that Nordic should have lost that combat. Okay, anyway, well, the score is looking now like 29 for Polania minus what was the bid? It was 9, so that's 20 plus 2 at the moment is 22. Nordic with the no bids, but yeah, kind of down there. Could be hard for Nordic to come back, but now the competition is between Tagawa and Polania. It's just a race to who gets the stars first, and currently Tagawa with a lot of spread, but the stars, yeah, the score is about even though. With the 7 bit, I think Tagawa's still doing just fine. Okay. So what else? What else have we got here? Currently, Polania's turn. Looking like a produce. Polania ends in 2 turns. Produce and gets the last enlist if he has the enlist upgrade. No, he does not. So this is looking like a produce out of Polania next. So Togawa would have to open Suiton next. And he goes to the lakes. He still has the power, so that's good. Okay, Togawa has to go Suiton. And then cover the lakes here and here by the player, keeping close distance of the factory. And I think so. Now my question is for Tagawa is that you don't look like you're getting your worker star out pretty quick. Okay, Polania still needs 2 turns, so he produces here. I think it's compulsory for Tagawa to open Suiton. Take advantage of the lake bonus here and still stay ahead of stay ahead of Polania. So the score's looking like 31. Yeah, so you still can jump into the lakes and you get your endless star next though. And do you have oh, you do have tier 2. Okay, so this is looking nice for Fomov. So Tagawa looking like a produce here is what it's looking. Yeah. Produce, you get to tier 2 along with your endless star. It's going to be a huge boost. So I believe that is the correct play for Tagawa here. Can't produce, no power. Tagawa does have 1 power. Oh wait, but Polania does not though. Yes, yes, you're right there. Polania definitely with no power. Okay, so here we are with I believe Suiton is coming out in this mountain. Yeah, that's it. Next move, Togawa is reaching tier 2, which is good. Right, okay. So he's moving. Okay. Staying out of Nordic is looking like the play, or just getting the as much of the lake bonus. This doesn't grant. This doesn't grant Polania any power though. So okay, so maximizing the bonus. Currently sitting at 38 minus 9 is 29. 29 plus 4 is 33. Togawa about to hit tier 2 next, going in the lake. And possibly looking very strong, right? You get in the lake, you take 2 territories. Right? You take 2 territories, that's plus 8. So plus 8 plus 1 is 9. That's 37 plus a couple of stars, so it's 40. Yeah, it's leading. He's leading. After this move, Togawa's leading. Right. Now the question is 2 more producers. Where does Fomov get the power? He needs Ronin somewhere. Kind of interesting here. Hmm. I would say that Togawa moves to the lakes to take the bonus, but the issue still remains for Togawa is where's the power? If Nord keeps on artillerying, Polania can't produce, so running away was wise. Yeah, definitely. You're definitely right there. So now that you pointed that out, Rama, I think that if Nordic keeps artillerying until, whenever Polania gets power and Nordic keeps artillerying, then it's going to be, you know, yeah. Because Polania, even if he wants to get the power, the bolster only gives you two. So each time you get the bolster and Nordic artilleries, then that's, you're back to zero again. But Nordic doesn't have a bit of a leniency right there. So Togawa to move, it's probably looking like a move to the lake. Oh yeah, he did move one to the lake. I think the the character should also go to the lake, inching closer to the factory and maybe have Ronin within sights too. So, Polania with taking a lot of combats out of Nordic is really drained his powers, so I think it's pretty good. And also, if you do go to the lake, then you at least can play an extra combat card. So that's pretty good. So what I think is right would be the character to move to the lake, and then probably one of the worker from his farm towards what? The metal? He doesn't need the food anymore, so okay, so okay, so he goes this way. All right. So the character to the metal. So I'm guessing that anybody then can step the trap and yeah. And wait, did he not go to tier 2? What did he get out of his endless there? I got 2 coins. I thought he haven't had the 2 popularity. Wait. Okay, it's still fine though, but no, I think for the next move, I think it could be a trade for popularity by Togawa here. I honestly think that he hadn't opened the popularity end list, so he takes popularity and then yeah. Okay, Nordic, I think having to artillery now. Actually, if this game ends next turn, right? 43. So okay, so I think Togawa has no better option than to go to tier 2 right now. Game is ending right here. So Togawa takes tier 2, and that puts his score at +9 is 45, -1 is 44. Still leading, controlling 2 lakes, but Polania has 4 though. So 4 lakes means +8, and then taking away the bid is -9 is 40, 42. Still leading, but take the star. I think it may be in uh maybe to go Polania's game there. 14 rounds is pretty fast. That combat there in the Nordic factory, I really think that that Nordic should really have not lost that one. I think that really took a toll on Togawa's chances there. Sorry. Okay. All right. Traded is out of Togawa. If he doesn't do anything, then it looks like Tagawa may hit 2 units here, one in the factory and the other in the lake. You in the lake, I think, is pretty devastating. You can use 2 combat cards and you have 12. So why not? And Ronin to top it off too. All right. I don't think producing for Polania. Wait, does he win though? Polania is tier 1. Does have this, so that would put him another 1, right? That's plus 3. Plus 3 is 46. Plus 1 resource is 47. Minus 9 of the bid. 47 minus 9 is 36. No, sorry, 38. 47 minus 9 is 38. Plus 8 is 46. While Togawa has 44 minus 2 is 42. Plus 4 is also 46. So the tiebreaker comes down to the units in which Polania wins. So counting the mats here, maybe he might have to realize he has the resources here and then there. If Polania doesn't end the game here, then he's going to get 2 combats and it's going to be hard to come back. Yeah, 2 combats, so 1, 2, and then maybe spread 1 worker even here, maximizing point bonus. So Polania counting right now. Let me just count as well, just to be sure that we are in the same page and that we are not miscalculating. Polania, if he does produce here, he does win. That's right? He gets 1 star, that's plus 3, plus 1 resource is plus 1, so that's plus 4. So plus 4, that's 47, right? Oops. So plus 3, yeah, plus 3 is 47. Plus 3 is 46, plus 1 is 47. Minus 9 is 38, plus 8 from the lakes is 46. Meanwhile, Togawa, with a score of 44, minus 2 is 42, plus the lakes as well is plus 4 is 46. So Polania does win the tiebreaker because he has more units, workers, mechs, and structures for the first. If Polania doesn't end right now, then it's done. Then Togawa takes it. Oh man, talk about a tiebreaker. Yeah, I would say that the encounter was kind of lucky for Polania in the encounter, getting the quick mech out. But I think what was even luckier was the combat in Nordic space there. All right. Still doing the maths is Polania here. I think we're gonna have one more game after this in. Oh, he did produce. Did he produce the resources? Oh no! He did not. Oh no! Oh my goodness! He produced 1 resource. He wins. Oh my goodness! I think Togawa locked out right there. Oh my god! Oh. Jesus. Yeah, I think he really locked out right there. Oh my goodness. Wow. He had he produced like one one food, one wood. He wins. He wins on the tiebreaker.